In this video, you will learn how to add Python scripting to your user interface. You will reuse UI elements from existing modules and add your own elements to execute Python functions. First, add the modules to your workspace and connect them as seen in the video. We load images and view them in 2D. We additionally create contours, define their visualization settings and render them in 2D and 3D. The View 2D only shows the loaded images. The SO-Examiner viewer is empty. After updating the CSO ISO generator, you can see the automatically generated contours in 2D and 3D. We now want to develop an application where you can define the file to load, apply the CSO ISO generator for generating contours and show the contours in 2D and 3D. We also want to highlight the contour which is currently under the mouse cursor via Python. Create a new macro module named ISO CSOs. Define the details of your module and make sure to copy your just open network file. Add a Python file. Add your new macro to a new workspace and right-click, select related files and open the .script file. The initial script file is nearly empty and only shows some interfaces and the Python file to be used as source for your commands. Add a window containing a tab view and add your viewers to the main tab. Make sure that the types are SO render area for your View 2D and SO-Examiner viewer for the SO-Examiner viewer. Back in MeVisLab, your user interface shows a main and a settings tab. The main tab contains your viewers without any contours and the settings tab is empty. Open the internal network of your module. Copy the internal name of the label name. Change to made and add a field with the just copied name to your UI. Your module UI now shows the loaded file name. Add another 2 buttons to your script file for browsing and generating CSOs. Add a new field to your parameters section referencing the internal name of the apply button of the CSO ISO generator module. Add the command file dialog to your browse button. Create the Python function file dialog. Made opens the Python file of your macro module. Replace the generated code by the code as shown in the video. When clicking the button now, a file selection dialog is opened by Python showing the directory of the example file. You can now select another file and your shown image is updated automatically. Clicking the ISO generator button now touches the apply button of the CSO ISO generator module and your contours are created. We are now able to load images and generate CSOs. We now want to highlight all contours which are located below our mouse cursor. Enable the scripting assistant which helps us finding the correct Python command to be used in our user interface. Select View, Views, Scripting Assistant. You can see another view in the Views area. Open the SO View 2D CSO extensible editor and check Update CSO ID under Mouse. Inspect the scripting assistant. The scripting assistant translates all user interactions in your currently open network into Python so that you can copy the generated code to your script. Change to made and add a window activated command. The command is executed anytime the panel of your macro module is opened. Generate Python function and paste the command recorded from your scripting assistant into the function. To get the CSO IDs under our cursor, we need to implement a field listener. Go to the commands section of your script file and add the listener to the field SO View 2D CSO extensible editor CSO ID under mouse cursor. Call the command colorize CSO. Field listeners are Python functions called anytime the value of the field changes. In this case, anytime the CSO IDs under the mouse cursor change. In Python, we now need to implement what happens if these IDs change. Create the 2 global variables list CSOs and IDX CSOs. List CSOs is an empty list for the IDs under the cursor, IDX CSOs is the previously selected CSO under the cursor. Implement the colorize CSO function as seen in the video. Back to MeVisLab, you now see your contours under the cursor are colored pink and thicker than the others. Field listeners are a good possibility to react on events in your internal network. In the end, we are going back to our script file and add the existing fields CSO ISO generator ISO value and SO CSO visualization settings ghosting depth in voxel to our settings tab. Our application can now be configured. Changes of your settings are applied to your internal network and your application immediately. Add more fields of your internal network to play around with them. For further information, please have a look at www.mevislab.de.